We, the First United Methodist Church of Georgetown, stand on a foundation built by those who came before us. Throughout our history, the faithful have come together and prayerfully committed their time, talents, and resources to promote the growth and ministries of this church. In 1899, they completed our magnificent sanctuary, providing a permanent home in our community. During past capital campaigns, our growing church family drew together to raise the funds to expand our facilities, renovate our sanctuary, and build Atkin Hall. The most recent of these efforts, the 2004 Praise and Promise campaign, culminated in the construction of the McKinney Ministry Center. This demonstration of the dedication of our congregation has allowed us to expand our services to the church family and community through worship, fellowship, and outreach. As we look to the future, we remember the legacy and sacrifices of previous generations of First United Methodist Church. As we make our next steps, a new range of challenges and opportunities lies before us.
Now we're tackling it. We're going to be restoring our wonderful historic sanctuary, and we're going to be redefining Atkin Hall to make it the Atkin Center for Christian Education.
It's a dream, it's a vision, it's a great opportunity for everyone to come on board and to catch that vision that God has for all of us.
It's going to provide more space than we have now, more classrooms. Anytime you have more classrooms, you can have more classes.
The Learning Tree has been a vital ministry in our church for over 30 years, and we now have a second generation of students at Learning Tree whose parents also attended Learning Tree, and it's been wonderful. There's always been a very long waiting list of people trying to have their children become enrolled in the program, and with this new building program, we'll have the opportunity to expand Learning Tree and provide this ministry for more families in our community. We are working with the architects to design a space that's going to be very creative and supportive of the curriculum in Sunday school, and I think children will come into this space and really know that it's been designed for them.
The next step of the campaign will transform Atkin Hall into the Atkin Center for Christian Education, allowing us to better serve the children of our church and community. By dividing the building into 2 levels, we will gain 9 new classrooms, a small activity center, music and choir rooms, and a theater. We will also renovate our historic sanctuary, improving lighting and acoustics, refurbishing pews and flooring, and reconfiguring the chancel area. These changes will assure that this holy space is welcoming to everyone, including those with impaired vision, hearing, and mobility, while still preserving the magnificent vision of our church's founding members.
When I go in there, it just overwhelms me to think about the people who have gone before us. They went ahead and went forward and made sacrifices so that we might be here today.
If we were not interested at all in increasing the membership of the church and offering what the church has to other people, there really wouldn't be any point in doing this.
To me, it's legacy. You inherited one and you leave one.
And the children get the mystery somehow. They get it more than we do. They catch the wonder much better than we do. And so we do come to Jesus and come to God even more as we watch our children.
I've gotten to witness the wonder that the children experience when they come across a new discovery. I've gotten to see the teachers grow. I've got to see parents learn the process of parenting and become stronger parents with the support of the school.
Definitely this campaign is going to offer a lot more space for the youth. It's just going to give the youth a space that they can call their own. Last year we went to New Orleans. A couple of our youth spent the week with them, and I remember I remember the day that we were leaving, one of the kids turned to one of our youth and just started crying and just grabbed her neck and was just telling her that he didn't want her to go, he wanted to go with her. And I remember seeing a lot of the kids, crying, and I remember just knowing that their hearts were broken for them, and they really loved them, and I think that was definitely a really touching moment to see.
I think the thing that will help the most actually is the remodeling and the redo of Atkin Hall, because as we have more opportunities for children, we're able to involve more young people in the church. As we involve more young people in the church grows and the church prospers.
Our children were raised in the Learning Tree in Sunday school from almost the day they were born here in Georgetown.
What I sense about this campaign is that we're not raising money. We're raising ministry. We're lifting up through the enhancement of our sanctuary, the redefinition of Atkin Hall, and focusing on our indebtedness. We're raising ministry not only for the present moment, but for generations to come.
Our church is growing, and we are in desperate need of Sunday schools and just more space for the kids' programs and the Learning Tree. That's a huge need for our church.
We need to expand our facilities in a very creative way, I think, to attract the 20 and 30 somethings out there who have children.
We just got to keep growing. You can't stay stagnant. And if you stay stagnant, that's when the church dies off, and it's happening in a lot of churches.
What can we do that we don't really think we can do? Whether it's how much money or how much time or making those phone calls. The idea is that whatever you are asked to do, that you do it wholeheartedly and from a feeling of you're helping. You are helping this campaign succeed.
After you've seen a lot of churches, as we have, this church is very unique. It has its own unique personality that we need to strive to retain and update and take care of.
But I think another thing that's very important is the yoke around our neck, which is debt. And I think that we need to reduce that debt to be good stewards of our money and of everybody's money who's contributed to this church.
What will we look like in 10 years or 50 years? A more populated area. I pray that with the influence of our churches, and this church in particular, will be a community that will lift up the Word of God in significant ways, and that will respond to the needs of people in the name of Christ, and help people who live through difficult times to know that God is Emmanuel with them through all of life, through good times and in bad.
Can you visualize this community without this church?
But giving to the church is lifelong. The church will always be here. 100 years from now, when we're not here, the church will be here.
For over a century and a half, First United Methodist Church of Georgetown has faithfully served our members and our community. Today we walk in the footsteps of those that have gone before us. Just as they prepared the way for future generations, now it is our turn to take bold steps to provide ministries for the next 150 years and more.